Hey there, this is Jamie.Pelaez. It's day number 14 of my 90-day vlog challenge. And you know what? I almost did not even make this video. I was just going to go to bed and say, forget this. I'm done. I'm going to sleep. Okay? I had one of those days, okay? You may or may not be able to relate. One of those days where it seemed like everything could just, go wrong was going wrong, okay? Not only is it, 100% positive that the truck that I financed for my ex-husband before he was my ex-husband has been stolen by the person that was supposedly keeping it safe in a state I don't even live in anymore, that is totally out of my hands to really take care of, that I had to rely on him to report. That's a whole nother story. It's just been crazy, okay? So on top of that, my daughter forgets her lunch. It was a half day, so it seemed like, as soon as you put them on the bus, you're having to get them off the bus again. And, she gives me her first report card. And most of it was really good, right? Most of it was great, and I congratulated her on that. But there were some things that I was a little worried about. Now, these report cards are not like they used to be, okay? At least not for first graders and kindergartners. Instead of having, A, B, C, D, and F, they have things like, E and M and a bunch of other crazy things. And, they're either meeting or they're exceeding or they're progressing towards meeting and some other things. Yeah. Anywho, so she had meets for things that she was excelling at last year. Things that all of her life she's, had people congratulating me on and complimenting on the fact that she's a great communicator, a great listener, able to verbalize, her wants and needs so articulately. Yeah. We're not going to go there. Anyways. And she had meets and her listening skills and things of that nature. So I was a little upset, I was like, okay, Jaya, I know that we're in a new place with new people, and I've been seeing, over the summer and everything, certain things and behaviors from you that are really not becoming and are really not the Jaya that, I've raised and grown to love over the years more and more. What's going on? Let's talk about this. Let's talk about how we can change this, how we can fix this. So I give her this pep talk about, her listening skills and her words and her vocab and all these other things and how she can do it. And I know she has it in her because she's done it before. So obviously she should be able to, smoke her old self out of the water and all that good stuff. Well, maybe an hour later, I decided to come in from the office. Thank God I did. Okay, because I wasn't originally going to. Just all of a sudden I was like, oh, I'm going to, go and grab, I think, my lip gloss or whatever it was that I was getting. I don't even remember what I went into my bedroom to get. Thank God I went in when I did, because literally all of a sudden, boom, there's a flood in my room, okay? Half of the floor is filled with water. I hear something, from the bathroom. I'm thinking, oh my God, a pipe is busted, okay? Which my initial reaction to that was a pipe has busted, because I'm thinking, what actually was happening. Who in the right mind is going to do that, right? Not only that, but I had a pipe bust, the same pipe bust twice, okay, within like a couple weeks of each other in my old apartment in towards Columbus, Ohio. That was crazy. That was not fun. So I'm expecting to, walk in and see some crazy pipe and have to like figure out how to turn off the water and all these other crazy things. All I had to do was turn a handle. Why? Because the faucet was on full blast, right? Yeah. And water's just overflowing and all that lovely stuff. So I go call my daughter from the basement. She's playing with some of her friends. And I was like, hey, Jaya. I was like, when's the last time you were in the bedroom? Oh, not that long ago. I said, did you use the bathroom by any chance? Oh, yeah, I washed my face. I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, did you forget to do something? And she's like, looking at me like, what are you talking about, mommy? I was like, yeah. I was like, you need to come with me for a moment. So I walk her into the room and she's like, oh, what happened? And I'm like, what happened was you left the faucet on, not just drip dropping full force. Like, what happened? What were you thinking? Obviously you weren't thinking at the time because you didn't turn it off. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And I'm like, didn't we just talk about, paying attention and this and this? Yeah, apparently that conversation will have to be, drilled home a little bit more. So we try to clean up as best we can. We get towels and fans, and my poor floor is still wet. The fans are only off right now because I'm making this video, so I want you to be able to hear what I have to say. So that was not fun. Then I go back out to the office, and I had just got done with a webinar. I just got finished with some awesome notes with a really cool message that I wanted to share with you. And guess what? My computer decides that it is the perfect time to crash. Yes, it crashed. And it took my notes with it. Now, unfortunately, I don't agree with my computer on this particular subject, but I had to make amends with it because I need it for work. It is what it is. So moving on. It was a long day. Crazy things were happening. I was exhausted, tired. I gave a little girl to sleep. We had prayer time and all that lovely stuff. And I just want to sleep. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to do my video. I'm going to do it tomorrow. Maybe I'll do it then, whatever. I'm just not doing it tonight. I'm going to sleep. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I'm frustrated. I'm just going to go to sleep. Obviously, I didn't go to sleep because I'm making this video right now. So what happened that changed my mind? Well, something told me that I need to get on Facebook and go watch a video from my new favorite motivational speaker. His name is Trent Shelton. And I went and watched one of his videos, and I watched a video about your yes. If your yes is not big enough, and what happens. So it, needless to say, hit really big and home because I'm like, well, obviously my yes is not big enough, because if it was, I'd get out of this bed right now and I would go do my video. And I was like, you know what? My yes is big enough. And if it's not, I'm going to make it big enough and I'm going to go do my video. So here I am doing a video for you. So I don't know if this is going to be better than the original video I had planned for you, but here it goes. So your yes and your why are crucial, okay? They're crucial to your existence. So if you find that in your business, you're failing, right? You're struggling. Nothing seems to be going right. You can't seem to muster out a blog post to save your life. You can't seem to get yourself to get out of bed and do a video. Or, maybe in life in general, like you find yourself wanting to sleep in. You don't really, want to do much. Like you're not finding that you have motivation. Or maybe you're trying to lose weight and you've been trying to lose weight for years and years and years. And for some reason, the weight's just not coming off. Or maybe you're in a relationship and you can't wonder why your woman or your man isn't really interested, and you feel like, well, I think I'm giving my best, but nothing seems to be going right. Well, maybe it's because you're not giving your best. Maybe because your why or your yes in whatever situation happens to fit you isn't big enough. As a matter of fact, I can guarantee that is the case. Because if your why and your yes were big enough, you wouldn't sleep until you got it done. You'd wake up early if you had to. The point is, you wouldn't stop until you accomplish whatever it is that you wanted to do. Whether it was to make $10,000 a month, whether it was to start a new business, or, go and learn a new skill, or create a new habit like exercising on a regular basis, losing weight, whatever the case may be. The point is, if your why and yes was large enough, if it was big enough, nothing, and I mean nothing, would stop you from going and getting it, okay? So I'm not just talking to you, okay? Or maybe this message for someone that you know. I'm talking to myself, okay? Because I know for the past year, obviously my yes and my why was not big enough, okay? I can't blame no one but myself for why I am where I am right now. The fact that I haven't made as much money as I should have. The fact that I have not influenced as many people as I should have. The fact that I have not created as much content as I should have, which is one of the reasons that I am doing this 90-day challenge. So yeah, I could have went to sleep. Maybe some of you think I had a reason to go to sleep. But instead, even though it's almost midnight, because guess what? This is take number 3 of this video. And I said, you know what? I don't care. I'm not quitting until I get it done. I don't care if it's midnight. I don't care if it's 1 a.m. because my yes and my why, they will be big enough. If they aren't already, I'm going to make them big enough. I'm not going to let any circumstances, any excuses, any nonsense stop me from the greatness that my God has given me. Stop me from the purpose that my God has given me, which is to help people get out of their own way, to help people realize what their purpose is, to help people live better, to thrive, to be more, to do more, to love more. That's why I'm here. So if you find yourself constantly feeling like you're never good enough, like nothing's going right, that you're struggling, take a look in the mirror. Take a look at what's going on in here and up here. Because I promise you, the only problem you have right now is yourself, and that your yes and your why aren't big enough. So I don't know about you, but I'm going to revisit my why and my yes, and I'm going to make sure it's big enough. That's why I'm here. I want to know why you're here. I want to know what your yes is. I want to know what your why is. I want to know if this video helped you or someone you know. Share the love. I'll talk to you tomorrow, if I can even get that out of my mouth. All right. I'm obviously getting too tired. I hope you got something out of this. Create a yes and a why that is so amazing and so powerful that nothing will stop you from accomplishing whatever it is that you want to do. Peace. Love y'all. Bye for now.